So if you've been following the Medicare for All movement and also leftists online, the online leftists, you most likely remember the movement for force to vote, which was started by uh, comedian Jimmy Dore and became a movement that became something that turned many people towards no longer supporting the entryism strategy and uh, radicalized people towards being supportive of something outside of the Democratic Party. But I'm bringing up the force to vote strategy because we've seen Republicans on the right use similar strategies like force to vote to get things that they want from leaders in the Republican Party, but progressives continue to refuse to do this and even declaring their support for establishment Democratic Party leadership even when the elections haven't even finished yet. So, uh, if you don't know much about Forced to Vote, it was 6 years ago, but a lot of people on the left supported it. Even the a lot of DSA members supported it, and there was this article written by a Jacobin saying that Jimmy Dore is right about the urgency of Medicare for all, but AOC isn't the problem. Even though they supported Medicare for all, they also wanted to protect uh, AOC and the progressive Democrats. And since then, we've kind of seen a lot of progressives wanting to stand politicians that are part of the progressive movement, wanting to defend AOC or Bernie or Zoran Mamdani, refusing to uh, criticize them when they move to the right. And of course, I'm very critical of that strategy because when progressive politicians move to the right, it ends up hurting the left. We don't get things that we want. But even uh, socialist organizations like Socialist Alternative also supported Forced to Vote, encouraging AOC to force a floor vote on Medicare for All by withholding her vote from Pelosi. The Green Party supported Forced to Vote. So I wish if progressives should consider this strategy when uh, because we're seeing progressives winning primaries like Donovan McKinney, Daria Liza, Mayock Kiros, and many others. So I'm basically bringing this up to encourage progressives to not be afraid to go against the establishment and not being afraid to use leverage that progressives already have, because the problem is that progressives already in Congress right now, like ALC, want to do what is politically safe or politically convenient. And with squad members in Congress who've already seen Democrats move to the right and uh, on every issue, they have moved to the right. And progressives haven't been able to push back against that enough. And that's why a lot of people on the left were supportive of Shama Sawant, despite a few disagreements with how her campaign was. Shama Sawant at least was willing to confront the establishment in ways that progressive Democrats did not. And even though DSA did not endorse her, she did get almost 20% of the vote. And that should show progressives that are skeptical of a third party campaign that even without even when you do criticize the establishment Democrats or even progressives like Shama did, it can get you support from working class voters that feel that both parties and even the strategy of entryism on the left is not doing anything for them.